I want to talk to you today about one of the most important tools that you would have had if you were alive on the Texas frontier. I'm not talking about a shovel, I'm not talking about a plow or a lasso or a revolver. I'm talking about the clothes on your back. Now, if you lived on the frontier, you would need your clothes. It gets hot in the summer, it gets cold in the winter, protects me from bugs. It is a valuable tool to keep me healthy and working. But if you want clothes on the Texas frontier, you have to make it yourself. You can't just walk down to Walmart or Sears and buy some clothes. You had to make it. Most people would have 2 pairs of clothes, maybe 3 if you had some nice Sunday church clothes. Now, to get your clothes, you had a few options here in Texas. You could use what's called flax. You make linen out of it. Perhaps you have some linen in your house right now. You can use cotton, which you would have to grow. I've got a cotton ball right here. Or you could use wool from a sheep, which is what most people would have done. Now, sheep, they're not known for combing their hair or washing their fur. So the first thing you would have to do once you got your wool off the sheep is to clean it. You need to straighten it out. You need to clean all the burrs and the dirt off of it. And you'd get something like this here. It's a nice little tuft of wool that you can see. And then we're not done. You can't just make clothes out of this. We have to use our spinning wheel right here and spin it into a nice bunch of thread like this one. Now, if you were fancy, which this bit of thread is not, you could actually dye your thread. Once again, you'd have to make your own dye. Back then, if you wanted red clothes, you would have to use something in nature that was red to give you that red color. I won't make you guess. It's a red onion, as a matter of fact. If you wanted blue, you'd have to use something in nature that's blue. And we have a great option in the blueberry. They use all sorts of things to make the color. They dye their clothes. Snails was a very popular one, gives you a very nice purple color. So you could have something a little finer than this, but we don't have anything like that today. And once you have your thread, you can make it into a cloth. You'd use a loom, weave it together over and then under and over the other way. And if you look at your clothes, you will see a pattern very similar to that which they would have used back on the Texas frontier. So now I can finally make myself a shirt. And that's why you'd only have 2 sets of clothes. This was a never-ending process. Getting the wool off the sheep, weaving it into thread, weaving the thread into cloth, sewing the cloth into a shirt or pants. Anytime you had a few minutes, you would sit down and work on a shirt or a piece of clothing. So take a look at your closet, look at the probably dozens of clothes you have in there, and appreciate the fact that you don't have to make every single one yourself. Thank you for listening.